Hello, I'm Chrissy.
And I'm Caroline, and we're interior designers. More and more people are asking us about what we do and how we do it.
Which brings us to our new design adventure, the Design Duet. Join us as we discuss the ins and outs and the ups and downs of interior design.
Today we've got a new podcast and it's on design trends that have been and gone and hopefully never return.
Please God.
Hopefully. Some may question why these trends even existed, and some we have loved ourselves but now realise it's time to go. A big goodbye, bye-bye to them because they are now daggy, overdone or simply just ugly and serve no purpose at all in our houses.
Correct.
So let's break this down, Chrissy, and how these trends came about and some examples and why they need to go.
Let's do it, Kaz. So let's talk about what's gone. Let's start with mottled feature walls, which are sort of irregular patterns or variation in colour on walls. It's often called faux painting, and it became really trendy in the early 2010s.
It did, you're right.
Yeah, you remember it. I'm sure you do.
Absolutely, can't forget it.
It's hard to. The technique was applied to the wall by sponge painting or rag rolling, and it was sort of thought that it added visual interest and depth, and it often did. It was very popular, and don't you remember faux suede was like, oh, I really want faux suede on my wall.
Absolutely.
In restaurants you saw that a lot, don't you reckon?
It was quite classy to do.
Sophisticated, yes. It's like, oh, let's go to that new restaurant and they've got faux suede on the wall. Colours like terracotta.
Yes.
Deeper colours like burgundy. They were the go with this mottled feature wall. And I just recall thinking it was so stylish and I really wanted it in my home. I don't know if you did, Kaz.
Absolutely did.
But I knew I would never get it because I knew I would never be able to get anyone skilled enough to be able to do it because it really is quite a skilled and precise technique.
And sometimes you'd even see it on a fireplace.
Yes. Oh, no.
Chimney breast.
No. Oh, God. Most of the ones I saw looked cheap.
Yes.
And very amateurish, if that's an actual proper word, I'm not sure, but that's what it looked like to me. Might be a matter of just personal taste, but I think faux painting techniques are outdated and too busy for the clean lines of our modern interiors.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye-bye. Okay, I've got another one for you, Chrissy.
Oh, God.
Wallpaper borders. Nice. Goodbye. Peel and stick-ons.
Oh, yes.
Nice one.
Done a bit of that in my time.
We have, absolutely. These borders came out about in the late 19th century and they were to give you a decorative touch. And they could be down the hallway, in your bedroom. They even featured in some people's bathrooms.
Gorgeous.
And they're outdated. They're outdated and they're often really busy, very colourful.
Too decorative. And often daggy patterns, really daggy patterns. And it makes everything look so cluttered, especially if you have your own design that you've put in yourself. Nice. But, yeah, best to leave that trend to the last century and let's move on. Yes, please leave it there, please. What about Kaz Gonski is Tuscan-style decor and kitchens? I did like this style back in the 90s.
Okay, there you go.
What was the name of that shop, where you could buy all the Tuscan crockery?
Oh, yes, Corsa de Fiori.
Yes, remember? Oh, that was my favourite store. It was very rustic and they used earthy colours, a lot of stone, wood, wrought iron. Remember all the wrought iron staircases, quite decorative, and stucco walls and ceilings. There were ornate light fixtures, decorative tiles and exposed beams. It's sort of like being in the Italian countryside, except we're not.
Exactly. But I must say in Europe, a lot of people's holiday homes are definitely very Tuscan style.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Especially in Italy.
Leave it over there.
Yeah, we're in Australia.
Yeah.
Why do we need to do that here?
Exactly. Leave that one alone. Another ripper I've got for you, Chrissy, is word art and inspirational quotes like live, laugh, love, home sweet home. Or at your beach house saying beach house in wooden letters.
Oh, gorgeous.
Or a poster saying believe or courage.
Put that one on your fridge.
Well, just why? Why? That's all I've got to say. There is a belief that word art is creative and whimsical.
Really?
But we think it is really lacks taste. And it's just not really fun and not really contemporary and time to go.
Time to go, well and truly. What about vertical blinds, Kaz?
Oh, no, thank you.
Good old vertical blind. Look, they simply do not align with today's contemporary style. Plus, they don't function properly.
You're right.
Who ever thought they did? Light gets through them. They tangle easily. They become misaligned. They basically are frustrating because they don't work properly. Good riddance.
Good riddance. See you later, vertical blinds. And also, talking about window furnishings, overly ornate window furnishings. Gonski.
Like what, Kaz?
Swags and tails. I'm going to say that people do swags and tails. And look, if they're done well, they are beautiful.
Yes.
Festoons. Some people may not even know what a festoon is. It's like a Roman blind, but it's often quite frilly and also scalloped. So when it goes up and down, it's goes up and down in a scallop.
Oh, yes, I remember those ones.
Yeah, no. Dust collectors?
Oh,
dust collectors.
Yeah, so much fabric in those.
And what about lace curtains?
Really?
Yeah, no thank you.
Well, my great-grandmother had them.
Yes, so time to go.
Yes. I mean, do you ever specify any of these really?
No, I don't. Probably, as I said, the swags and tails, yes, done correctly. And also, it's quite an old-fashioned look. So in traditional homes, and it does, without a doubt, helping with your heating, cooling, but also it blocks out. It's a total block out.
True.
But often these window finishes are too heavy and they require more maintenance than there needs to be.
Yeah.
So, the care instructions for them would be, are you going to vacuum them? Opening and shutting them each day, yes, does help with the dust, but you definitely have to think of that.
What about having to take them down to dry clean?
Well,
that
you
would
wouldn't
be easy.
Yeah, you wouldn't last. You'd just be sneezing, 3 times in a row, 3 times in a row every time you open and shut them.
Yeah, no, it's not for my lifestyle, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think people now, today's trend is absolutely a little bit more simple, functional, and also, just to make your windows and your room, the ambience look a lot more contemporary.
Yeah, definitely.
So the trend is probably more versatile, and there's a lot more to offer. There's
so many more styles.
Absolutely.
Simple, but so many more styles.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's move on to saloon-style doors or swinging doors.
Nice.
We had them in our family home and they were the biggest pain in the neck because it'd always be dinner time and we'd have to go through the swinging doors with like 3 plates. Well, you can't open it, can you?
No.
And so you'd turn around to go through the swinging door, like push it out with your bottom, and then it would backfire and hit you, and you generally drop a plate.
Oh, fantastic.
Why were they ever invented?
I don't know. And so they didn't even cover the whole door?
Well, they do, don't they? But there's always a gap.
Yes.
In the centre. Yeah, so they offer limited privacy. They are noisy.
Yes.
And a draft can pass through more easily than just a standard door. They're just not practical.
No. So where are we going to leave them?
We are going to leave them back in my family home in the 80s.
In Texas.
They're just not practical.
No.
See you later, swinging doors.
See ya. What about too many downlights, Chrissy?
Oh, my personal favourite
fluoro lights. Yes, no, it does. That does your head in, I know that. But it's not practical. You don't really want to be, have that feeling of being at an airport and having to wear your sunnies all the time. It's just crazy. But it also doesn't do your house any good, and it doesn't help with any of your energy bills.
No, it casts shadows.
It sure does. Gives you a headache.
Yeah, because it's a harsh light.
It is a harsh light. Again, why? Why would people put so many downlights in?
I don't want to feel like I'm at the dentist.
No, thanks. Wearing your sunnies.
So what is a better approach then?
Well, decorative lights. So hanging pendants, lamps, ambience, just making your home or, wherever you're doing these fluoro lights, where you've got to think about what you want. You actually want to achieve something that's got, comfort. It's there for a task.
Yeah.
It's the aesthetics of it. And, as I said, ambient lighting.
A bit more balanced.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and layers of lighting.
Layers of lighting.
Not just 20 million downlights on your ceiling.
Yes, exactly. And also on dimmers.
Oh, everything on a dimmer, always. This is a good one. Gonski to animal print.
Oh, okay.
What do you think about this one?
Well, I think people are still enjoying it, but in moderation.
Oh, my God, definitely. In the 80s and 90s, it was everywhere. Don't you remember?
Absolutely.
But I think in today's world, it needs to be an accent.
Yes.
Otherwise, it will look tacky.
Yes, definitely.
And too hectic and actually ethically wrong if it's a real animal.
Okay.
Think about that one, peeps.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about mirrored furniture, Chrissy?
Mm.
Well, this is really popular actually.
Yeah.
And it's, was and is probably still considered as glamorous and quite reflective. But not anymore, we're going to say. It's been overused, I feel. It is cold and it actually isn't great visually.
No.
And let's think about, your finger marks on there and it's probably not even safe,
No.
especially if you've got little ones around. So the design trends have definitely moved away from this.
Definitely.
More into, beautiful natural products, I'd say, like wood and, I think lots of timber has been used and veneers and, and marbles, natural, beautiful.
Stone,
etc.
Yeah, definitely. I know it's a tough one because, let's face it, we both have used mirrored furniture.
Absolutely.
But it is getting a little bit out of hand. Some people have a lot of it.
Yes.
Maybe just keep it to one piece.
Yes, one special piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Boom, boom. What about themed rooms or a themed house, like an OTT beach retreat? Cabin vibe, vintage Hollywood glamour. Well, you know what? Just don't.
No thanks, not for us.
They may reflect your interest, but they are just often too specific and limiting because you can't adapt to change when your house has just got one theme going on throughout the house. You can't change to anything else.
No, that's right.
And that'd be too expensive as well.
And we do get asked to do that in people's private homes. It's a hard one, isn't it, to talk them through that, talk them off the cliff.
Off the cliff. I think, think in terms of the design, not a theme.
Yes.
I think that might be a better way around it.
Exactly.
But, yeah, I must say the OTT beach retreat, it's just getting a little bit too much. Like, we know you've got a beach property or you think you're at the beach, but why?
Yes. Why?
Why?
Okay, another one, Chrissy, wall colours, fluoro, hospital green, different colour feature walls altogether. Time to go now? I think time to go. What about poo brown?
What about it, Caroline?
Ew. Wee yellow? Oh. Or even, I can't even say this word.
Oh, no.
We're not going to say it. Or fire engine red. Like these colours, especially on feature walls, no thanks, time to go.
Altogether they clash.
Well, they do clash, but, I'm going to say this to you also, Chrissy, these trends come back sometimes.
I know.
And that's the scary thing about it.
It's really alarming.
We're saying these colours are unflattering and we're not welcoming them and resale value.
Yeah, and especially if they're on your exterior.
Yes.
Just don't.
Just don't. See you later.
It's unwelcoming.
It is. I agree with you.
And as you said, it's going to affect resale.
Definitely.
What about, now this one might be controversial, shiplap mouldings. It sort of came about thanks to the farmhouse and rustic inspired styles, but I really like it.
Yeah.
It sort of adds texture and detail, but is it being overused?
Well, that's probably the problem, isn't it? Where it is overused, it often can look really tacky.
Yeah.
So I feel like when it's done well and done beautifully in the right place and the right setting, it can look absolutely gorgeous. But we're going to say today when it's overdone, we're saying outskis.
Well, there's aisles and aisles of it in Bunnings, so that's a bit of a sign, isn't it?
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll leave that one.
I think, yeah.
What about this rip up?
I don't have design fatigue from it yet, though.
No. Okay, that's good to hear. I've got another one for you, Chrissy, an outdoor bathroom.
Yeah, well, we're not in Bali, Kaz.
No, we're not in Bali, exactly. I'm perfectly happy with my bathroom being inside. I don't know about you.
Thank God for that.
But a major drawback is that it's not even private.
No.
It's exposed to the elements. So your cleaning is going to be endless. And here in Melbourne, who wants to have a bath outside?
When it's cold most of the time.
It's free. So 3 times a year you have a bath under the stars and that's about it. But I'm just the cleaning,
that's
the maintenance.
That's a lot of money for 3 times a year.
Absolutely. But I have seen it and we've never done one.
Nah.
But
Hope we never do.
And we're saying
it's a silly design trend and it's not worth investing in.
Not worth investing in. Resale value, bow.
Just like the corner spa bath, which was once built to maximise space in a smaller bathroom. It's now outdated and, well, essentially because there's better bathroom design and sleeker models and so on, we're just so much better with the use of space in our bathrooms now. But also, how the hell could you get into them? They were so deep.
Exactly.
And then get out of them.
So you almost have to have something on the wall so you can hang on to it.
Yeah.
Because they're so dangerous.
So dangerous.
So slippery, so dangerous.
Yeah, there was no slip-proof surface.
No.
When they were designed.
But I love them even better when they've got, tiles and you actually have to walk up a couple of steps. So then all of a sudden you're standing at the top of the steps and then you've got to step into the bath.
Yeah.
Go for a 6. So you either do that or you dive or you got to go on your bottom and slide in.
And not easy to clean.
Not easy to clean.
We had one in our first house and I had 2 small children trying to give them a bath. I had to get in it with them because you've sort of got to hold them still.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Just crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
Couldn't get that out fast enough.
No, exactly. What about this one, Chrissy? An outdoor swinging chair inside.
Oh, look, I've seen that on The Real Housewives of Melbourne.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Who else could do that? Come on.
Oh, unless you've got big, oversized, massive rooms.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd be putting one of those in.
Well, think about the scale of it when it's actually swinging.
But who's swinging inside on a chair?
The Real Housewives of Melbourne.
Okay, I'm going to leave that one alone.
But think about the safety issues.
Exactly.
The collisions, the injuries, the damage to the floors and the ceilings.
Oh, your boys would have loved one of those.
Oh, just imagine what would have happened.
Exactly.
No, they're extremely tacky and they need to be eliminated.
Yeah, goodbye.
Goodbye. What about coloured glass splashbacks? How do you feel about that?
I'm going to say Dagsville.
Right.
Is that even a word? I've just made it up.
Well, it's a word now.
It is.
Is it just a shift in trends with this one? Because, a lot of people still have it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's probably a cheaper alternative to stone or intricate tiles.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps just the colours are wrong.
Yeah, because when you said that coloured glass splashbacks, I'm thinking, red, green, blue, like dark navy blue, yellow.
Yeah, why?
Peach.
Yeah, I think we obviously have a much more neutral palette.
Definitely.
For that sort of thing now. And,
yeah.
Mainly with your bench top, if it's stone, people generally wrap them up as a splashback now.
Yes, I agree.
Don't they? Or do like a hand-cut tile.
Yes. So
a Moroccan hand-cut tile.
Yeah, talking about that, so decorative tile trims.
Yeah. Or
glass tumblers, remember them?
Oh, my God.
Now, that's not what we're talking about when we're saying nice tiles.
No.
Yeah, I think they've just gone to the next level and we've really got to not ever do glass tumblers ever again.
No. Well, we've got better storage solutions for that.
Yeah, absolutely. But, like I'm going to say to you in a feature wall, down the middle of the feature wall,
oh, gorgeous.
there would be a glass tumbler. You'd have 3 perhaps in a row and they'd have it from floor to ceiling and that was your feature in the bathroom.
Oh, my God. No. Or people again, they were going for the Balinese look and they'd have like little pebbles
that
were grouted in.
Yes, on your floor.
And they don't exactly feel great when you walk over them.
And cleaning that?
No thanks.
No thanks.
No.
Need a toothbrush.
No, thank you. There are a couple of trends that do not even need discussing. They've gone to trend heaven and we need no explanation. The first one, potpourri.
Potpourri. Gosh, I remember that when I was little.
Oh, I just think of dust and just dead.
Yes. Well, thank God they've come out with so many more nicer.
Like diffusers.
Diffusers or a candle.
Yes, beautiful.
What about vinyl, Chrissy? Grey vinyl on your floors.
Well, look, I think vinyl is fabulous.
Okay.
And it's great if you're doing a cheap reno, let's face it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't kill it.
No, true.
You can get some new patterns and colours. And
okay, so we're going to leave him in.
Well, it's just that grey vinyl. You know, that, it's just so cold and sterile looking. You know the one I mean. It's sort of like a fake timber in grey.
Exactly, and sometimes it has actually some indentations in it. And so, again, cleanliness.
Oh,
no, thank you.
No, thank you.
What about the cottage style?
Yes. Why?
Why?
Why in the city do we need a cottage style house?
I'll leave it in the country.
Please do.
Okay.
What about indoor fern atriums?
Ooh, I thought you were just going to say indoor ferns. And I thought, don't mind them. But when you put the atrium with it, I do mind it now.
There's little people in there and
oh, my God, figurines.
Gross.
Great.
What about stained glass pendant lights and fake crystals?
Oh, nice.
There's the fake crystal.
No.
Get over it.
No, time to go. And the stained glass pendant lights. When did they ever come in?
I don't know.
Were they really a trend?
Well, they shouldn't be.
No.
It's a bit like industrial style lighting. That was all the rage, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
And now it's like so dated.
Yeah, but you know what? In America, it's a big trend over there.
I know, but here people are not doing it as much.
No.
Don't you think?
Well, we hope not.
Mirrored ceilings.
No, they never should have come in to become a trend. And they never.
We just can't even discuss that one.
I think we have to.
We're all thinking the same thing there.
We're leaving that one.
So, Caroline, bye-bye to all of these things. I mean, some we're questioning. We do quite like them, but we feel they're outdated and overused.
Absolutely.
And there's a better alternative. But it leads me to the question if there are actually any trends that are timeless. What do you think?
Well, I think neutral coloured palettes, and natural materials such as wood, and quality craftsmanships and things like, rugs. Like that's, they're always beautiful, traditional rugs.
You think about the work that's gone into a traditional handmade rug.
I agree. And what about, custom-made furniture?
Yeah.
Done in timber, beautiful timbers, that often is very warm and very appealing. Artisans that generally, put in their time and effort.
That's it.
It's a dying trade, but it is something so beautiful to have.
Yeah, I think those sorts of things are very timeless. And classic patterns, I think are timeless, like herringbone.
Okay, yep. Yeah, I agree with you. Stripes. Yep.
I think,
a nice plaid.
Yeah, I think they're never going to go out.
No, they're timeless.
But I think the number one timeless trend is functional design. I truly do. Practicality is always in style, and it's the designing for comfort, efficiency and usability. For people who inhabit these spaces, that will never go out of style, Caroline.
Well done. Well said.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We hope you enjoyed. You know how to contact us if you'd like to question anything here or discuss anything, and we hope that you got something out of it.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you'd like to get in touch, email us on thedesignduet@gmail.com or DM us on our Instagram page, The Design Duet.